just been mowing in between rains. I finally hit the point on the south side there. I wasn't able to finish because it's too wet. I mowed and I left most of my clover again. As you can see, I've harvested some of it to use as biomass in the new bed around the top pond. The flowers I also harvest and use for tea. They make a nice addition to a mint tea or anything. With all the moisture we've been having, I've got mushrooms coming up like crazy in this yard. As far as what kind they are, I don't know. So I'm not going to try to eat them. You can eat any mushroom in the world, but some of them you can only eat once or they kill you. So I don't try unless I know. And I don't know. Not much happening in this bed at the moment. Last couple years it seeded itself to spinach, and I harvested the seeds pretty hard last year, and so I didn't really get much coming up. I'll put some bedding out plants in here. My wife planted sweet peas, and unfortunately we only have 2 coming up. I planted some more herbs today that I started. The bottom garden's doing about the same. Think new sprouts, but nothing new. The biggest news today was I planted some new herbs and things that I bought. And this is ginger mint. I planted lemongrass, some lavender, and 6 different herbs I was able to plant today. So that's exciting. And these we got at a farmer's market. They're from Iwalta Gardens. So if you want to check them out, that's www.iowalta.com. And I haven't really checked them out, but their plants at the farmer's market looked really nice, and they were really nice people to deal with. So we're going to try out some of their herbs this year, and hopefully they'll spread out and we'll have a nice addition to our little organic herb garden here. This would be our zone 1, I would call it. The herb gardens and the apple tree and the rhubarb. This is the second herb garden and the tomato bed. And they're right next to the house, so you can walk out the kitchen. If you're barbecuing, come down the deck, pick what you want. My zone 2, I would say, would be this garden, the shed over here, its bed, the lower garden, and some of these other gardens. And I don't really have it worked out to 5 zones yet. I would say probably my zone, if I was to have a zone 5, which is your wildlife, it would probably be down in the bottom there where there's ducks and things often stop when it's rainy, and also in the hedges and things where the birds tend to run free. Not a whole lot new happening up here. It's just a lot of the same. Things are getting bigger. The potatoes are growing more. I've got to stack some more compost on there. I'm running low on compost because I'm building the top bed. As you can see, I've got a whole bunch of little lettuce sprouts happening here. And some spinach over there. There's one spinach that came up on its own. We had a salad the other day. It was wonderful. Over in here, as you can see, the spaghetti squash is doing quite well. It's beginning to get some nice sprouts coming. That's exciting to see. This is a new bed that I built last year, same as I'm building the top bed, just by adding compost and mulch, and as you can see, it's getting some nice soil in there. I also have a couple beans planted in here. A little guy coming up there, and hopefully these beans will grow. Just another quick update here. I mowed as much as I could. I'm not quite done. And so I was able to add a bunch of biomass to the new bed. As I showed you earlier, pardon me, with the bricks, I made a little tunnel underneath here so that the water will flow down and then into the pond, but it'll be covered by the bed here, as you can see. It'll take a year before I can even plant in this bed, at least, but then I'll be able to put some in here. I'll have to add more grass clippings throughout the summer as it'll rot down. The amazing thing I found already today is just by reaching your hand in here, you can see what I put there a few days ago is already beginning to rot down. There's a lot of heat in here already. It's quite warm. and yet we've been having pretty much nothing but rain. And also, of course, this pond is going to soak in here as well. So this is the new bed. That's my update for today.